Okay, period 2, algebra students. It is Thursday. This is your DMR number 3. I'll give you a second to work on your own. So during this time, there's no talking. You're working on your own. Okay, whether you're finished or not, this is the time that you can work with your peers. So now you're allowed to discuss. Go ahead and discuss number 1 and number 2. Okay, let's go ahead and work this. For number 1, key statement. When adding with different signs, you must subtract and keep what you have most of. So I have a negative 13 plus 32. So I'm going to subtract. So I get 19. I have 32 positives, 13 negatives. So my answer is going to be positive 19. Put a check if you got that right. If not, circle it and correct it, please. Okay, on number 2, you must have a common denominator when you add or subtract fractions, okay? So, 7 is a whole number. What do we do when it's a whole number? We need it to be a fraction. Put it over 1. Because this, 7 over 1, is equivalent to 7. You did not change the value of that whole number 7 by putting it over 1. Okay, so we need a common denominator. So we're going to use 4. So I took 1 times 4. I need to take 7 times 4. I didn't change this denominator, so I keep my negative 1. Okay, once we have a common denominator, you're going to take 28 plus a negative 1 for your numerator. Okay, different signs, so I subtract. Keep what I have most of. I have more positives because there's 28 positives and only 1 negative. Okay, algebra students, you may keep it improper, but to make sure you know how to change that to a mixed number. 4, we're going to 27 how many times? 6 with 3 left over. Okay, if you did not get 27 over 4, or 6 3/4, please circle it and correct it. If you did get it, put a check. Okay, let's do our mental math for day 3. Pencils down, please. Find 10% of 80. Double it, square it. 10% of 80, double it, square it. Okay, 10% of 80 is 8. double that and get 16, and then square it. $256. Okay? All right, next one. Find 10% of 60, double it, add 18, square it. Find 10% of 60, double it, add 18, square it. Okay, 10% of 60 is 6. Double 6 and get 12. Add 18. So when you add 18, if you do that mentally, what I did is 10 plus 10 is 20. 8 plus 2 is 10, so I got 30. There's many ways you can do that mentally. And then you need to square it. Well, 3 squared is 9. And remember that 0, that's 10 squared. So your answer is 900. Okay, let's put our DMR up and keep your correction pencils out so you can check your practice.